Are you ready to change your financial reality? Imagine waking up tomorrow with the mindset of abundance already embedded in your soul. Picture living the life you've always dreamed of, without the struggle, without the scarcity. It's not just a dream, it's a choice. A choice that starts with rewiring your mind for financial abundance. Welcome to a world where your thoughts shape your reality, where you're not bound by limitations, but free to manifest the wealth and success that is your birthright. In today's video, we'll unlock the secrets to rewiring your mind for financial abundance. The key to breaking free from scarcity is to align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with the prosperity you deserve. Let's dive in. Your mind is the most powerful tool at your disposal, and it has the potential to shape your reality in ways that might seem almost magical. However, the key to unlocking that potential lies in your ability to harness and cultivate your imagination. Imagination is not just about daydreaming or fantasy. It is the initial blueprint for everything that you desire in life. When you allow yourself to visualize financial abundance, you are not just imagining something that is distant or unattainable. You are, in fact, laying the foundation for that very thing to manifest in your life. At the core of this power is the simple but profound realization that everything around you, from the physical structures to the opportunities you encounter, was once a thought, an idea, a vision that someone held in their mind. If other people can create wealth, prosperity, and success from their own thoughts, so can you. The first step in rewiring your mind for financial abundance is to fully grasp and embrace the concept that everything starts within your imagination. Without the capacity to see it in your mind, it cannot exist in your external world. Close your eyes and take a few moments to picture yourself already living in the world you desire. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does your environment say about the life you're living? Picture yourself waking up in the morning in a home that brings you peace and joy. Feel the warmth of the sun on your face and imagine the comfort of your surroundings, whether it's a home by the beach, a luxurious apartment, or a cozy cottage. You don't need to worry about the how or the when. In this moment, the point is to allow yourself to fully immerse in the feeling of having already arrived. Next, envision how your day unfolds. You're not rushing to make ends meet or dealing with stress over finances. Instead, you move with ease, confidence, and a sense of purpose. Maybe you're traveling the world, making smart investments, or contributing to causes you care deeply about. Maybe you're running a business that aligns perfectly with your passions and talents. Whatever it looks like, allow the details of your vision to come alive in your mind. You are not merely thinking about financial success. You are feeling it as though it is your current reality. The next step is crucial. Believe that this reality is not just a possibility, but an inevitability. The more you immerse yourself in this vision, the more you begin to believe that it's real. Not only are you picturing it, but you're also allowing yourself to experience the emotions that come with it. Feel the joy, the relief, the pride of living in your abundance. Feel the freedom that comes from knowing you no longer have to worry about financial strain. Every sensation you experience in your imagination is contributing to the creation of this reality. The mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real. When you spend enough time in this mental space, your brain begins to wire itself to believe that this is your true reality, and your external world starts to shift accordingly. It's important to note that imagination is not a passive process. It requires focus, dedication, and consistency. This is not about occasionally thinking about wealth and success. It's about immersing yourself in this mental space daily. The more consistently you can bring yourself back to this place of mental and emotional alignment with abundance, the faster your external world will begin to reflect those inner changes. Every time you visualize yourself in this abundant life, you reinforce the belief that it is already yours. And as you do this, you begin to attract the resources, people, opportunities, and ideas that will lead you to manifest it. Now imagine that as you live in this state of abundance in your mind, the world around you begins to respond. Opportunities seem to pop up from nowhere. The right people start coming into your life at the right time. You feel inspired to take action, and the actions you take lead you down a path of financial growth and success. It's as if the universe is working in partnership with you, responding to your thoughts and beliefs. This is not coincidence. This is the power of imagination combined with the law of attraction. The energy you emit through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs sends a signal to the world, drawing the experiences that match your inner vision. But perhaps the most profound part of this process is that, when you immerse yourself fully in the imagination of financial abundance, you begin to feel as though you are already living it. This shift in perception is everything. As you start to experience the reality of wealth and abundance in your imagination, your mind becomes more open to recognizing opportunities in the physical world. The opportunities were always there, but now, with your mindset aligned with abundance, you're able to recognize and act on them. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are all in harmony with the vision you've created. The world becomes your stage, and you are ready to step into the role of the successful, abundant person you've already imagined yourself to be. So, don't just imagine financial success. Live it in your mind, feel it in your heart, and believe it in your soul. The more vivid and real you can make your imagination, the faster it will become your physical reality. Financial abundance is not something that happens by chance. It's the result of focused intention, belief, and emotional alignment. Your mind holds the key to everything you desire. Once you unlock the power of imagination, you'll begin to see how effortlessly abundance can flow into your life. The seeds you plant in your imagination today are the fruits of your reality tomorrow. Living as if you've already arrived is the key to unlocking the abundance that you seek. It's a powerful shift in mindset that can catapult you into the life you've always dreamed of. The core of this principle lies in understanding that your inner world shapes your outer reality. You must first embody the wealth you wish to experience before it can manifest in the physical world. This is not just about thinking positive thoughts or imagining success. It's about truly aligning yourself with the essence of prosperity, acting in a way that reflects your already established wealth. The concept of acting as if goes beyond mere wishful thinking. It involves a deep internal transformation where you consciously and consistently live as though you have already achieved your financial goals. In this state of being, you are no longer waiting for circumstances to change in order to feel abundant. Instead, you create an energetic vibration of abundance that radiates outward, influencing your environment and inviting opportunities to align with your inner beliefs. It all starts with how you view yourself. Many people unknowingly limit their potential because they identify with scarcity and struggle. They may have grown up believing that wealth is reserved for others, or they may have internalized messages that success is hard to attain. But the moment you choose to see yourself as someone who is already wealthy, deserving of success, and capable of achieving greatness, you change the energy you emit. You stop thinking in terms of "or one day" or "maybe someday," and begin to embody the truth that wealth is already yours. This shift in perception is the foundation upon which everything else is built. To live as though you've already arrived means making decisions from a place of certainty and abundance, not from fear or lack. It's about walking through the world with confidence, knowing that opportunities are always available to you, and that you are more than capable of seizing them. When you act as if you are already living in your ideal reality, your subconscious mind starts to believe it's true. This belief then directs your actions, your choices, and your reactions, guiding you toward the wealth and success you desire. This principle also extends to how you carry yourself in daily life. The way you present yourself to the world is a reflection of the wealth you have inside. If you want to attract prosperity, you must first cultivate the internal wealth that comes with self-worth, confidence, and clarity of purpose. Dress the part. Speak with the confidence of someone who already has what they desire. Walk with the assuredness of a person who knows that they are on the path to greatness. Your energy will shift in alignment with the person you are becoming, and the world will respond in kind. Your external circumstances begin to mirror the energy you project. When you live as though you are already wealthy, You start making decisions that reflect that mindset. Perhaps you take better care of your health, understanding that a healthy body supports a prosperous life. You may make smarter financial decisions, investing in yourself, your future, or your business. Your choices reflect the fact that you see yourself as someone who is already abundant, rather than someone who is struggling or waiting for wealth to arrive. You take bold action, not because you need something from the world, but because you already have everything you need to create the life you desire. This way of living also requires a certain level of self-trust. You must trust that the universe is working in alignment with your thoughts and beliefs. When you live as though you've already arrived, you begin to trust that everything you need will come to you at the right time. You stop chasing after things out of desperation and begin to attract opportunities with ease. This level of trust strengthens your connection to your desires and reinforces the belief that wealth is inevitable when you operate from a place of abundance. The key is consistency. This isn't something you do only when you feel inspired or when things are going well. This is a lifestyle, a choice that you make every day. When you live from a place of already having, you create an unshakable foundation of confidence and abundance that becomes impossible to ignore. Your belief in your wealth becomes so strong that it doesn't matter what your current financial situation looks like. You know that the reality you desire is already in motion. One of the most powerful aspects of living as if you've already arrived is that it eliminates the need for validation from external sources. Instead of waiting for someone else to tell you that you are worthy of success, you affirm your own worthiness from within. You realize that your value is not determined by your current circumstances, but by the person you are choosing to become. You are worthy of abundance simply because you exist. This knowing allows you to step into your power without hesitation, to pursue your dreams without fear of failure, and to create the financial reality you've always wanted. Living as though you've already arrived also helps you stay grounded in the present moment. Rather than constantly striving for a future that feels out of reach, you embrace the present as a reflection of the future you are creating. Your life becomes a journey of continuous alignment with your desires, where every decision, every thought, and every action is a step toward your ideal reality. There is no waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is already here. You are already who you need to be, and wealth is already flowing to you. The most profound aspect of living as though you've already arrived is that it brings you into harmony with your true self. You are no longer chasing after something outside of yourself to complete you or validate your worth. Instead, you live with the understanding that you are already whole, already abundant, and already successful. This inner knowing transforms everything in your life, creating a magnetic energy that draws wealth and opportunities toward you effortlessly. In essence, living as though you've already arrived is the secret to unlocking the full power of manifestation. It's about aligning your inner world with the reality you desire and stepping into the life you've always dreamed of, today, not tomorrow. The moment you make this shift, everything changes. Wealth will follow you, opportunities will present themselves, and your financial reality will transform. You have everything you need within you right now to live the abundant life you deserve. The question is, are you ready to act as though you already have it? The language we use has a profound effect on our reality, especially when it comes to our financial situation. Words are not just sounds we make or sentences we speak. They are vibrational frequencies that carry powerful energy. The words you choose shape the way you perceive the world around you, and more importantly, they directly influence what you attract into your life. When you speak of abundance, wealth, and success, you are not just wishing for them. You are actively calling them into existence. Conversely, when you speak in terms of lack, scarcity, and limitation, you are unknowingly reinforcing those same conditions in your life. If you've ever caught yourself saying things like, "I can't afford this," or "money is tight," take a moment to recognize how these words make you feel. They create a sense of restriction and frustration, and they reinforce the belief that money is scarce and out of your reach. In the moment, these words may feel harmless, but over time, they can have a deep impact on your financial reality. They program your subconscious mind to accept lack and struggle as your default state, and as a result, you begin to attract more of the same. More scarcity, more stress about money, and fewer opportunities for financial growth. But what if you could flip this narrative? What if you could start speaking words that vibrate with abundance, opportunity, and prosperity? What if you could replace "I can't afford it" with "I choose abundance"? The difference is subtle but incredibly powerful. "I choose abundance" shifts the focus from limitations to possibilities. It implies that abundance is not something outside of you that you're waiting to receive. It's already yours, and you're making the conscious decision to align with it. When you say, "I choose abundance," you are affirming that you are in control of your financial reality, that wealth is something you can invite into your life with ease. Words like, "I am wealthy," "I am financially free," and "money flows to me effortlessly" are not just affirmations. They are declarations of the reality you are stepping into. These words carry the energy of abundance, and when spoken with conviction, they begin to transform your mindset. The more you say them, the more you start to believe them, and as your beliefs shift, so does your reality. This is because the universe responds to the energy you emit. If you speak of scarcity, the universe mirrors that by sending you more of what you are focusing on, lack. But if you speak of abundance, you open the door for more opportunities, wealth, and success to enter your life. Another crucial aspect of speaking words of abundance is the power of gratitude. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, focus on everything you're grateful for. This shifts your energy from a state of lack to one of appreciation. Gratitude is a powerful force that attracts more of what you want into your life. When you express gratitude for what you have, even if it's not yet everything you desire, you send a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Saying things like, "I am grateful for the money I have now," or "I am thankful for the financial opportunities coming my way," aligns your energy with abundance and opens the floodgates for greater prosperity. As you start to incorporate these empowering words into your daily vocabulary, remember that consistency is key. It's not enough to say these words once and expect them to work magic. You must speak them regularly, morning, noon, and night. Make them a part of your daily routine. The more you affirm abundance, the more your mind will begin to believe it, and the more your reality will reflect those beliefs. You'll find that money seems to flow more easily, opportunities present themselves in unexpected ways, and your financial situation begins to improve. It's also important to be mindful of the words you use in relation to others. How often do you hear people around you talk about money in negative terms? "I'll never be rich," "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "I can't get ahead financially." These words may be common in everyday conversation, but they reinforce a mindset of limitation. By consciously choosing to speak words of abundance in these situations, you not only change your own energy, but also influence the energy of those around you. Imagine how powerful it would be if you started to share positive, abundant language with friends, family, or colleagues. As you elevate your language, you help raise the collective vibration, creating an environment where financial prosperity is seen as normal and attainable for everyone. Additionally, it's essential to understand that words are not just for others, they are also for you. Self-talk is incredibly important. How often do you find yourself thinking thoughts like, "I'll never be able to make that amount of money," or "I'm not good enough to attract that kind of wealth"? These thoughts are just as powerful as the words you speak out loud. They create inner resistance, blocking the flow of abundance in your life. Therefore, it's crucial to reframe these thoughts into empowering ones. Instead of thinking, "I can't afford that," try thinking, "How can I make this possible?" This simple shift in mindset opens up creative possibilities and solutions, allowing you to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. The law of attraction is at play here. The energy you put out is the energy you receive. When you speak words of abundance and focus on the positive aspects of your financial situation, You align yourself with the flow of wealth. The universe does not respond to your circumstances, it responds to your energy. Speak with confidence, clarity, and positivity, and watch how the world around you starts to change. Opportunities, money, and success will begin to flow to you in ways that you may have never imagined. In summary, speaking words of abundance is one of the most powerful tools you have to transform your financial reality. The words you choose are not just expressions, they are declarations of your intentions, your beliefs, and your mindset. When you speak in terms of wealth, opportunity, and prosperity, you align yourself with the energy of abundance, and the universe responds accordingly. Start today by replacing limiting words with empowering ones. Speak as though money is already flowing into your life, and watch as your reality shifts in miraculous ways. Your words are the first step in creating the financial future you've always dreamed of. Gratitude is more than just a feeling. It's a powerful force that can transform your life, especially when it comes to attracting financial abundance. The simple act of being grateful not only shifts your focus to the positive, but it also sends a signal to the universe that you're open to receiving more of what you desire. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you create an energetic alignment with the abundance you seek. When you focus on the blessings in your life, no matter how big or small, you begin to see that wealth and prosperity are already present in some form. Even if you're not yet living the life of your dreams, there are always elements of abundance around you, perhaps in the form of good health, loving relationships, or even the small comforts you may take for granted. The moment you start to appreciate these things, you shift your vibration to one of abundance rather than scarcity. And when you're vibrating in a frequency of abundance, you naturally attract more. Gratitude helps you move away from the mindset of lack and limitation. Often, we get so caught up in what we don't have, what we're missing, and what hasn't yet materialized, that we forget to look at what is already working in our favor. But when we intentionally turn our focus toward the things we are thankful for, it's as though a mental shift occurs, and we start to see the richness in our lives. We begin to realize that abundance is not just a future possibility, but a present reality. By shifting your mindset to one of appreciation, you effectively open the door for more to come. It's as if you're telling the universe, "Thank you for everything I have, and I am ready for more." One of the most profound aspects of gratitude is its ability to foster a sense of contentment, which is the foundation for attracting more wealth into your life. Many people chase after money and material possessions with the hope that they will bring happiness. But true abundance doesn't come from acquiring more things. It comes from the peace and satisfaction that arises from within. When you feel content with what you already have, even in the absence of your desired wealth, you align with the energy of abundance. This contentment makes you more receptive to opportunities and allows you to trust that everything you desire is on its way. The act of expressing gratitude daily strengthens this alignment. It's a practice that trains your mind to focus on the positive aspects of life, creating a sense of abundance in your internal world, which then translates into your external world. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be large or life-altering. It could be something as simple as a hot cup of coffee, a beautiful sunset, or a kind word from a friend. The more you train yourself to recognize the abundance already in your life, the more you'll find yourself noticing even more blessings that you may have overlooked before. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is that it reduces resistance. When we're constantly focused on what we don't have, we build up resistance to receiving more. This resistance can take the form of feelings like frustration, impatience, or even guilt about wanting more. But when you adopt an attitude of gratitude, you begin to let go of these negative feelings. You stop chasing after abundance in a desperate way and instead start to appreciate the flow of it in its own time. You release any need for things to happen according to your timeline, which then creates the space for the universe to deliver the perfect opportunities for you at just the right moment. This practice of gratitude is also about being grateful for what's coming. Whether you can see it yet or not, It's easy to be grateful for the things we already have. But what about the wealth that is still on its way? What about the opportunities you haven't yet encountered? When you develop the habit of expressing gratitude for the future blessings that you trust will come, you strengthen your belief in their arrival. This reinforces the idea that you are a magnet for abundance, that you deserve everything you desire, and that the universe is already preparing it for you. The key is to hold that vision with unwavering faith, knowing that what you've asked for is already on its way. As you incorporate gratitude into your daily life, you also begin to notice how it shifts your interactions with others. Gratitude opens the heart and fosters a sense of connection, which in turn attracts positive relationships and partnerships that support your financial growth. When you express appreciation for the people around you, you create an energy of goodwill and cooperation. These positive relationships can lead to new business opportunities, partnerships, and collaborations that contribute to your overall abundance. It's no secret that we often attract what we put out into the world, and by giving thanks for the people in your life, you magnetize even more support and goodwill into your life. Gratitude also encourages you to take aligned action. When you're thankful for the wealth that's already on its way, it activates a sense of inner confidence and certainty. This confidence pushes you to take inspired action toward your goals, knowing that the universe is guiding you toward greater prosperity. Whether it's making an important investment, learning a new skill, or expanding your network, gratitude fuels the courage and faith needed to move forward in the pursuit of your financial goals. Finally, keep in mind that gratitude is not just a one-time practice. It's a lifelong habit. The more you practice it, the more it becomes a natural part of your thought process. It becomes your default mode of thinking, and as you continue to appreciate the wealth and abundance in your life, you continue to attract more. The beauty of gratitude is that it creates a cycle of positivity. The more you're thankful for, the more you attract to be thankful for. In conclusion, cultivating an attitude of gratitude is a powerful tool for rewiring your mind for financial abundance. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, aligns your energy with your desires, and opens the door for more wealth to flow into your life. By practicing daily gratitude, not only for what you have, but for what is already on its way, you create the space for greater abundance to manifest in every area of your life. Let gratitude be the foundation upon which you build your prosperous future. For many, the journey toward financial abundance is hampered by deeply ingrained limiting beliefs. These beliefs are like invisible chains, holding you back from reaching your full potential. You may not even be aware of them, but they affect your decisions, your actions, and ultimately your ability to manifest wealth and success. Thoughts like, money doesn't grow on trees, there's never enough to go around, or I'll never be wealthy, are common but harmful. These limiting beliefs, formed over time by societal conditioning, past experiences, or even childhood teachings, can block the flow of prosperity into your life. The first step in releasing these chains is becoming aware of them. Examine your thoughts around money. What do you tell yourself when you think about your finances? What's your first reaction when a financial opportunity presents itself? If your immediate response is doubt, fear, or thoughts of inadequacy, that's a clear sign of limiting beliefs at play. The power of awareness lies in recognizing these thoughts and understanding that they do not define you or your reality. Once you've identified these beliefs, it's time to challenge them. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Is it true? Who told me that money is hard to come by, or that I'm not deserving of financial success? Often these beliefs are passed down by family, friends, or society, and they're not based on truth or logic. They are simply inherited ideas that you've accepted without questioning. But now that you've recognized them, it's time to take a closer look and understand that they are not facts. The next step is replacing these limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts that support the abundant life you deserve. You must shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Instead of thinking, money is hard to come by, start affirming, money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Shift from, I'll never be wealthy, to "I am worthy of all the wealth the universe has to offer." Replace the thought, "There's never enough," with "There is more than enough for everyone, and I am open to receiving my share." These new, empowering beliefs will serve as a foundation upon which you can build your financial reality. The beauty of empowering beliefs is that they align with the natural flow of abundance in the universe. When you start thinking in terms of abundance, you open yourself up to receiving. Wealth isn't something reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It's available to everyone who believes in its presence and is willing to embrace it. To reinforce these new beliefs, practice daily affirmations. Write down your empowering statements and repeat them every day, especially when you catch yourself thinking negatively about money. For example, say to yourself, "I am worthy of financial freedom. Abundance is my natural state, and I am a magnet for prosperity." The more you affirm these beliefs, the more they become a part of your identity. Over time, these new thoughts will replace the old limiting ones, and you will begin to experience the world from a mindset of abundance. Visualization is another powerful tool for rewiring your beliefs. Take a few moments each day to vividly imagine yourself living the life of financial abundance that you desire. Picture the lifestyle you want to lead, the places you'll visit, the things you'll do, the experiences you'll have. As you visualize, allow yourself to feel the emotions associated with this future. Feel the excitement, the joy, and the gratitude for the wealth that is already on its way. The more you connect emotionally with your vision of abundance, the more real it becomes in your mind, and the more likely it is to manifest in your life. It's also essential to recognize that releasing limiting beliefs requires trust. You must trust that your new beliefs are stronger than the old ones, and that they are leading you to a life of abundance. Trust that the universe supports you in your journey to financial freedom. Trust that you are deserving of success and wealth. Trust that the opportunities you need are already on their way to you. As you let go of limiting beliefs, you'll begin to notice shifts in your life. Opportunities will start presenting themselves more often. You'll find that you attract people and situations that support your financial growth. Your actions will become more aligned with your goals, and your confidence in your ability to manifest wealth will grow. This is because, as you change your beliefs, you change your energy. You start vibrating at a frequency that aligns with prosperity and abundance, and the universe begins to mirror that frequency back to you. One of the most powerful shifts occurs when you let go of the belief that money is scarce. In reality, the universe is abundant beyond measure. There is no lack, only an abundance of resources, opportunities, and wealth. Once you embrace this truth, you will no longer fear the loss of money. You'll see it as a constant flow, always available to you when needed. The belief that money is limited is the root of financial fear and struggle. When you let go of that, you allow yourself to flow freely with the abundance that is your birthright. It's also important to recognize that letting go of limiting beliefs is a continuous practice. At times, old thought patterns may resurface, especially during challenging moments. But the key is not to let these old beliefs take root again. Instead, acknowledge them, release them, and reaffirm your new empowering beliefs. Over time, this becomes easier as your new mindset takes hold. Releasing limiting beliefs is a liberating and empowering process. It's about taking back control of your financial future and aligning your thoughts with the abundance that is already available to you. When you free yourself from the chains of scarcity and embrace the truth of abundance, you become an unstoppable force for creating the financial life you desire. Your new beliefs will shape your reality, and financial abundance will flow into your life effortlessly. Creating a vision of your ideal life is the most powerful step in shaping your reality. The mind is a tool that works on the principle of clarity. It cannot manifest what it doesn't understand or see in vivid detail. To truly align your life with abundance, you must craft a clear, detailed, and compelling picture of the life you desire. This vision should be so specific that it becomes more real to you than your current situation. It should evoke emotions, spark excitement, and feel as though it is already happening. Start by visualizing where you want to be in the future. Imagine yourself in your dream home, or in your dream environment? Is it a house by the beach, a penthouse overlooking the city, or a cozy cottage in the mountains? What are the details of this place? Can you see the colors of the walls, the feel of the furniture, the light streaming through the windows? The more you immerse yourself in these sensory details, the stronger the emotional connection you will have to this vision. Your mind doesn't know the difference between something imagined vividly and something experienced in real life. When you paint this picture clearly, you begin to believe that this vision is not only possible but already on its way to you. Next, imagine what you are doing in this ideal life. Are you working on a passion project, running your own business, or traveling the world on your terms? How do you spend your days? Do you wake up early, full of energy, excited for the opportunities that lie ahead? Or do you have the freedom to sleep in, knowing that you have achieved financial independence? Your ideal life is more than just a dream of where you want to live. It's also about what you're doing with your time. It's about aligning your daily activities with your higher purpose, your passions, and your dreams. Think about the work you're doing and how it makes you feel. Does it light you up? Does it excite you? This connection to purpose and fulfillment is what will anchor your vision in the present and make it feel tangible. Then consider who you are surrounded by in your ideal life. Who are the people that share in your success, your joy, and your abundance? These could be close friends, family members, or new connections who inspire and uplift you. The energy you surround yourself with plays a huge role in manifesting your dreams. If you're surrounded by positivity, support, and people who encourage your growth, you'll find it easier to stay motivated and aligned with your vision. Your ideal life is not just about you, it's about the relationships that enrich your life, making it more meaningful and full of love. Consider the interactions you have with these people, the conversations you share, and the sense of community you feel. These connections will act as catalysts, reinforcing your belief in the possibility of your vision. What about your health and well-being in your ideal life? When you visualize your future, make sure you include yourself thriving physically, mentally, and emotionally. How do you feel every day? Are you energetic, healthy, and full of vitality? How does your body look, and what kind of care do you give it? This aspect of your vision is crucial because health is the foundation upon which you can build everything else. Without physical and mental well-being, it becomes harder to enjoy the wealth and success you're manifesting. Your ideal life must include a strong, balanced, and vibrant version of yourself, one who is capable of fully enjoying all the wealth and abundance you are attracting. As you paint this vision, it's important to see yourself already living this life right now, not in some distant future. The more you can convince your mind that this life is already yours, the quicker it will begin to unfold. The key here is emotion. How does it feel to live in your dream home? How does it feel to do work that you love and that brings you joy? How do you feel in the company of people who lift you up? Feel these emotions deeply. Let them fill every part of your being. The emotional charge of your vision will amplify the manifestation process as the universe responds more readily to emotions that are charged with conviction. It's also important to notice that your ideal life may evolve and change over time. It's not a static vision, but a dynamic one that shifts as you grow and expand. Keep refining and clarifying your vision as your desires evolve. The clearer and more aligned your vision becomes, the easier it will be to recognize the opportunities that are in harmony with it. These opportunities may appear in ways you hadn't expected, and they will require you to take inspired action when they do. Your vision becomes your guide, your compass, leading you through life's twists and turns toward the fulfillment of your dreams. A crucial part of this process is to not only visualize, but also believe that it is already done. The moment you begin to see your ideal life with such clarity, and when you feel the emotions associated with it, as if it's already happening, you shift your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. You stop seeing your current situation as a limitation and start seeing it as a stepping stone toward the future. You will notice opportunities for growth, new paths opening up, and a greater sense of peace. knowing that your vision is not a distant hope, but an inevitable reality. As you live with this clarity and vision every day, you will notice the world around you starting to reflect this new way of thinking. People, circumstances, and events will align in ways you never thought possible. The clearer your vision, the faster it can materialize in your life. And when you see your vision begin to take shape in the physical world, you will have the confidence to continue growing, creating, and expanding toward even greater success. Your vision is a powerful tool, and when you use it with clarity and intention, it will manifest your ideal life more quickly than you ever thought possible. Patience is a crucial element in the process of manifestation. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to expect immediate results. But true transformation, especially when it comes to wealth and abundance, takes time. It's vital to trust that the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, is working behind the scenes to bring your desires to fruition. However, for this to happen, you must first align yourself with the energy of the abundance you seek. When you trust the process of manifestation, you are surrendering control. This does not mean that you stop taking action, but rather that you stop trying to force things to happen on your own terms. You allow things to unfold in their own perfect timing. Think of it like planting a seed. Once the seed is in the soil, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, nurture it, and trust that, in time, it will sprout. The same principle applies to your financial goals. You must plant your intentions and then let go of the need to constantly monitor the process. One of the greatest challenges we face when manifesting wealth is overcoming the impulse to judge the timeline. When the money, opportunities, or success we desire doesn't arrive immediately, doubt creeps in. We start to question if the universe is listening or if our efforts are in vain. But the truth is that manifestation works on its own timeline. The universe is not bound by the same constraints that we are, such as minutes, hours, or days. Instead, it operates on divine timing, which can often be different from our expectations. As you trust the process, remember that the universe has a much broader perspective than you do. You may not yet see how things are falling into place, but behind the scenes, events and circumstances are aligning to bring your desires into your life. The job you're waiting for, the investment you're hoping for, or the opportunity you've been dreaming of may not come today. But that doesn't mean it won't come at all. It's simply waiting for the right moment. It's important to understand that during the waiting period, growth is still occurring, even if it's not immediately visible. Just like a seed needs time to develop roots before it pushes through the soil, your manifestations need time to gain the necessary foundation. This phase of waiting is not a sign that nothing is happening. It's a crucial part of the process. The work you're doing internally is laying the groundwork for the external results you desire. During this time of patience, it's essential to let go of the feeling that you must control every step. When you align yourself with abundance, you must trust that the path will reveal itself. Opportunities will present themselves in the most unexpected ways, and when they do, be ready to seize them. The universe is often leading you towards something greater than you've envisioned, but only if you remain open and adaptable. Patience also requires you to release fear and doubt. Fear is often rooted in the belief that you don't deserve what you are asking for, or that it won't happen. This fear can block the flow of abundance. When you doubt the process, you're sending the message that you don't fully believe in your own worth or in the universe's ability to deliver. This creates a resistance that slows the flow of manifestation. To trust the process fully, you must have faith, not only in the universe but also in yourself. Another key component of trusting the process is letting go of comparison. It's tempting to look at others and wonder why they seem to be receiving abundance more quickly than you are. Social media and the fast-paced world around us create constant reminders of what others have achieved. However, comparing your journey to theirs only serves to create doubt and frustration. Remember that each person's path is different, and your journey to financial abundance is uniquely yours. Trust that what is meant for you will come at the right time, and trying to rush or control the process will only hinder your progress. Letting go of doubt also means embracing the idea of miracles. Often, we think of abundance as something that happens through a clear, logical sequence of events. However, the universe doesn't work through the limitations of logic. When you trust the process, you open yourself up to the possibility of unexpected miracles, a sudden opportunity, a new connection, a financial breakthrough. You never know how abundance might arrive, and that is part of the magic. The act of trusting the process doesn't mean that you remain passive. It's about taking inspired action when the opportunities come. It's about trusting your intuition and acting with confidence, knowing that you are aligned with the flow of abundance. It's also about cultivating resilience when things don't unfold as quickly as you might hope. Understand that the universe is always working in your favor, even if it doesn't appear so at first. The key is not to give up or lose faith during the waiting period. Keep moving forward, knowing that your efforts are not in vain. Lastly, trust the process by focusing on gratitude. Even if you don't yet see the fruits of your labor, be grateful for the small steps, the lessons, and the growth you've experienced. Gratitude acts as a magnet for more abundance because it signals to the universe that you are ready for even more. The more grateful you are, the more you invite prosperity into your life. When you trust the process of manifestation, you align yourself with the infinite flow of abundance. Patience becomes a strength, not a weakness. By surrendering the need for immediate results, embracing divine timing, and staying aligned with the energy of wealth, you open yourself up to an endless flow of opportunities, financial abundance, and success. The universe is always working for you, but you must trust that the process will bring everything you desire exactly when you need it. Taking inspired action is one of the most powerful and essential elements in the manifestation process. While it's tempting to think that simply visualizing your desires will bring them to you, true abundance comes when you act on the ideas, opportunities, and impulses that the universe provides. Manifestation is not a passive process. It requires you to move, to engage, and to take concrete steps toward what you want. It's not about waiting for the universe to deliver your desires to your doorstep. It's about meeting the universe halfway by stepping forward in faith and confidence. The first part of taking inspired action is recognizing what inspired action looks like. It's not just any action, it's action that feels aligned with your vision, your purpose, and your desires. Often, these moments will feel like sudden bursts of inspiration, where you feel an inner nudge to do something that pushes you closer to your goals. These moments may come unexpectedly, whether it's the idea to launch a new project, connect with someone you've never met, or start a new habit that aligns with your vision of abundance. The key to this action is its inspiration. It feels right and it feels exciting, even if it takes you out of your comfort zone. You may find yourself feeling a little scared or uncertain about the next steps, but that's the magic. It's the feeling of stretching beyond your current limits, of stepping into a new version of yourself. While fear might accompany these inspired moments, it's important to understand that fear isn't a sign to stop. It's often a signal that you are growing, that you're stepping into new possibilities, and that you are on the verge of something great. One of the most common obstacles people face when trying to take inspired action is doubt. We have been conditioned to believe that success doesn't come without struggle, or that opportunities only come through long hours of hard work. While action is indeed required, the idea that it must always be laborious and difficult is a limiting belief. When you act from inspiration, you are not forcing yourself into action out of necessity. You are moving because you feel aligned, because you are guided by your inner knowing. This is a very different energy than the one that drives people to act out of desperation or fear. Taking inspired action also means following the breadcrumbs of intuition. You may not always see the full picture of how your dreams will unfold, and that's okay. Trust the small nudges and steps that feel right to you. When you take action on those, they often lead to new opportunities, people, and ideas that you never could have anticipated. The universe doesn't always give you the entire roadmap right away, but it does provide the next step. When you trust and act on that next step, the path begins to reveal itself. Sometimes, taking inspired action can require us to move outside of familiar territories, which is why many people shy away from it. There's something deeply uncomfortable about stepping into the unknown, about saying yes to something that feels like a leap of faith. But remember, it's through these leaps of faith that we grow the most. When you stretch yourself and take action in ways you haven't before, you create space for new opportunities, new experiences, and new forms of abundance to enter your life. This can mean starting something new, making a bold move, or pursuing an opportunity that feels just beyond your grasp. It's also important to recognize that inspired action does not mean immediate results. While the universe is always working to support you, success doesn't always happen overnight. Taking action may mean you need to exercise patience and trust. Every step you take moves you closer to your vision, even if it doesn't always feel like it in the moment. Trust that the seeds you are planting today are creating a future that is ripe with abundance. If you keep taking those inspired actions consistently, eventually you will begin to see the fruits of your labor manifest in ways that are far beyond your expectations. Another crucial element to inspired action is persistence. The road to abundance is rarely a straight path, and there will be moments when things seem unclear, or even when things don't go as planned. In these moments, many people give up or stop trying. But true abundance comes to those who persist, who continue taking inspired action, even when the results aren't immediately visible. The universe rewards those who are willing to keep going, to keep showing up, and to keep taking action, even in the face of obstacles. Remember that inspired action is not about doing everything at once. It's about taking one step at a time, one inspired move after another. Each step you take adds momentum to your journey. Each step reinforces your belief in yourself and in your ability to manifest the life you want. The more you take action, the more you build confidence in your ability to bring your vision to life. Inspired action also requires flexibility. As you move forward, you may encounter opportunities or ideas that weren't part of your original plan, and that's okay. Life is fluid, and opportunities often appear in unexpected ways. Being open to adjusting your course is part of the process of manifesting abundance. When you let go of rigid expectations and allow the flow of inspired action to guide you, you'll be amazed at how easily things start to align. Finally, taking inspired action means trusting yourself completely. When you take that leap of faith, trust that you have the wisdom, the knowledge, and the ability to handle whatever comes your way. Trust that every step you take brings you closer to your desired outcome, and know that you are capable of achieving everything you set your mind to. In conclusion, taking inspired action is the bridge between where you are now and the abundant life you desire. It is the key to unlocking your dreams and making them a reality. It requires courage, trust, and a willingness to step into the unknown. But when you take action from a place of alignment, when you trust the process, and when you persist, financial freedom and abundance will not just be possible, they will be inevitable. You have the power to create the life of financial abundance you've always dreamed of. It begins in your mind. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions are the key to unlocking a life filled with wealth and opportunity. Rewire your mind, step into the abundance that is your birthright, and watch as your world transforms before your eyes. Start today. Your financial abundance is already on its way. Thank you for watching. If you feel inspired, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this message with those who need to hear it. Your journey to financial freedom starts right now.